Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Kiki Shanae. With this install, I am going to be using my Ericka J products. Ever since I used it the first time, I just fell in love. I love the melon scent. So right now, I just purchased the lace glue, the skin protectant, the wax stick, and the glue remover for her Black Friday sale. And it came with a nice little cute gift. But let's get straight into this red bob install, guys. This bob was actually black. I did bleach it and put a red color in it. So first, I already slicked my edges back and I'm going to put the cap on. Usually, like I said, I should have pulled it all the way down, but I just didn't want to put it over my eyebrows. So I just pulled it down as far as I could in the front and in the back. Took out the ears so it could be nice and flat so that I could see where my hairline was at. Now I am going in with my Got To Be spray to make it even better for me to see my hairline and to glue that to make the cap stick to my scalp for the ball cap method. And I do use a lot of Got To Be. And then I dry it just to speed up the process until it's fully dry. And then once it's dry, I'll go in and cut the perimeter off. Cut the ear parts out. You can use scissors or a razor. It really doesn't matter. I use scissors for this because I know I'm not going to cut myself. But when I do other people ball cap method, most of the time I use like a razor just because it makes it easier for me. And then you want to make sure that you're cutting off every loose piece of that cap so it does not get in the way of that ball cap method. You just want it nice and flat. In the back, you could sew it down, but I didn't really have time for that. So what I'm about to do is just put 2 rubber bands in the back, and that's going to hold it in place while I have my wig on. After the cap is secure and cut in the front and good in the back, I'm going to go in with some alcohol before I put on any products into my scalp, just to make sure all of the oils and stuff is off of my skin. And remember, I got that Ericka J skin protectant. So you definitely want to use that, especially if you have like sensitive skin. I had to get cute for the camera, y'all. But I'm going in with that skin protectant just because, well, I've never broke out or got burnt from her products, but just in case, you just want to protect your edges and your skin and everything. That's why you're going to make sure you put that alcohol on there first as well. Now I'm about to start with my layers of the glue. With Ericka J products, I've never used a regular lace glue. I always use the melon kind. It just smells so good. And at the time when I first purchased her products, I wanted the regular kind, but she was sold out as usual. So I got the melon, and now I just only buy the melon. And when I put my dots on, just like the last tutorial, I put it half on the cap, half on my skin, and then I'm going to spread that glue out just like you spreading some cake mix on a batter of plates. I don't know. That didn't make sense, but that was the first example that I thought of. But you just want to spread that out into a thin layer. And I'm only going to do 2 layers because I don't want to wear it that long. But if you're going to wear it for a long time, you're going to be in heat. Like I say, just make sure you put like 3 to 4 layers. But I'm only going to do these 2 layers, once again, with those dots. And then I'm going to go ahead and smooth it out again. And do not apply another layer of glue into that first layer of glue. It's dry all the way out, and you'll know it's dried all the way out because it's white right now, but when it's dry and ready for the next layer, it's going to dry clear. To speed up the process, you could definitely use a hair dryer. And as you spread in that glue out, make sure that you're laying down that cap in the front so like there's no extra cap hanging or nothing loose. You just want to make sure that that is very, very thin. Now I'm going to go in with some makeup. This is the same makeup I use every time. I think I'm a color shade. I use 11, or sometimes I mix 11 and 10 together. But you will know your shade. I have 10, 11, and 12. I use 12 when I use like darker hair, but for this one, I'm just using only 11. Then I also am putting makeup inside the actual lace of the wig. So it's the same color that's on my cap. It's the same color that's inside that wig. And I'm really concentrating as I'm rubbing that makeup in. I'm really concentrating on the edges where I'll probably do some baby hairs or something. So I'm really concentrating on the edges and my part. I'm having a middle part, so I'm definitely concentrating on that middle part. Just adding some more to my cap. And as you can see, that boy cap method. Say, boy head, whole shit. Boy head, whole shit. Get it, girl. Now, before I do put the cap on or the wig on, I will go in with my hot comb to kind of move the hairs out the way, kind of lay it the sides down, especially the front of the baby hairs, and putting more definition into that middle part. So when I go in and lay the wig down, the hairs is not in the way. This wig does come with clips. Like, I love clips. I don't really care for the band in the back, but I really love clips. I don't really care for the clip in the front, but the clip on the side and the clip in the back, I love. So now I'm just making sure that that part is in the middle. When I lay my cap down, I start at the top and work my way down to the sides. Start at the top and the middle. That'll help prevent for the it's like sometimes you'll get a fold if you don't start in the middle. And then as I'm working my way to the sides, I am stretching and pulling downward to give it that tight feeling. And I'm also making sure I'm pulling the wig back too, because you don't want any folds in that lace at the front, at the top. Or sometimes you'll get a fold in that part and you don't want that. So as you're laying it down and melting that lace into your skin, make sure that you're pulling on that lace to make it as tight and secure as possible. Now we're going to go in with that Nefertiti headband and let that sit, melt, and bake as we go back in with the hot comb or comb and just start styling the hair. After you blow dry it or let it sit for a minute, time to take off that cap, which that hurts when you got it very tight. Sometimes it's some places where the lace is not glued all the way down, and as you can see right there on the end, I need to put some more glue right there, a little bit of glue right there at the top, which is a very easy fix. I just take the end of the rat tail comb, put a little bit of glue on that rat tail comb, and just add it to my skin where I need to add the glue at, which I think I need to add it to like 2 or 3 different parts, and then just lay it down. Yep, just smooth it out on the skin and just lay that lace down into the glue so that it can melt, and then put the melting band back on there, blow dry it, or you just sit there and just let it melt into the skin again. So now as that this final process of the lace is melting, I'm going to go in and start styling. I realized that my middle part was not really a middle part, which I struggle with parting straight weirdly. So that's gonna take me a little minute to get that straight. Arms start hurting and everything. I hate that. So we're going to go in with Ericka J wax stick, and where you see those hairs that's sticking up, we're going to make those lay down with her wax stick. And then we're going to go in and use the hot comb and just make it just flat and straight and just really nice. And then you just want to go in and just play with the wig until you get it to your liking. That wax stick and that hot comb together is like a match made in heaven. They just go together like jelly and peanut butter on a sandwich. It just makes the wig lay down flat, gives all the flutters. It just make it goes away. So once that lace been sitting for a minute, I went ahead and took the band off. Now I'm gonna start working on my baby hairs, which, just like the last tutorial, I did not know what I wanted to do. So I am going to be playing with this for a little minute as I figure out if I want it long, short. But when I do my baby hairs, I do use mousse. I know some people use gel, but I use mousse because that works best for me. After I get my baby hairs pulled out how I want them, I go ahead with the Got To Be again on that lace. And this is just going to give that lace that final melting stage. After that's been sitting and marinating for some time, take that off. So I do got, sometimes I don't know why I have these. If somebody could tell me in the comments why sometimes it's white when I finish the Got To Be, because I think I'm about to stop using the Got To Be for the last final product for my baby hairs and maybe just add mousse instead. But I seen a lot of YouTubers use the Got To Be on the lace before they do the baby hair, so that's why I've been doing it. And every time, or when I have colored hair, I get those white spots, which is, it's easily removable with alcohol, but who wants to go through that extra step if you don't have to? I did skip the baby hair part, as I'll do that in another tutorial. But this is what I came up with as far as my baby hairs after I laid it down with some mousse. Now I'm just going to go ahead and kind of start styling my hair. I thought that I wanted some two little pigtails, but as I did it, I'm like, no, I kind of look a little bit too little girlish. So decided to take that out and just do the regular bob. So now I'm about to go in with my HRIS spray. I forgot what that's called, but I'll put it in the description so that I can do my favorite two little humps in the front. Then we're going to go back in and flat iron that bob and just get it to how I want it to be. After I do the other hump on the other side, off camera, all I did was just flat iron and bump the hair. And the video that I made with the final touches of my hair at the end and the beginning of this video was actually the next day. I forgot to make a video after I got dressed and stuff. I just went out and forgot. So this is actually the next day. But as you can see, the baby hair still lasts. All I did was put in a melted band and threw on a scarf and just need to get all the way up and flat iron the hair again. But thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.